Welcome to the video tutorial on source evaluation. Is this information source any good? This tutorial will cover the how-tos of source evaluation, including determining if the information you found is useful and reliable, also basic information about peer review or scholarly, trade and popular, and the internet. Deciding what makes information good information can be hard. What does it even mean when we say information is good? Well, for our purposes, good information will be that information which helps to complete your assignments. For example, did your professor ask you to find peer-reviewed or scholarly sources? Do you need to find books or articles? Or a combination of both? Is it okay to use information from websites or blogs? You always want to check assignment requirements before starting your research. Next, you need to consider the usefulness of the information, particularly, does the information you found relate directly to your topic? For example, when researching the impact of violent video games on childhood aggression, does the source you found talk about video games, children, and aggression? Or does it discuss the rise of childhood obesity as it relates to video games? That second source probably isn't useful, even though it might fit the assignment requirements of peer review. Maybe the information you found helps to define your research. Usefulness of information tends to be a bit gray. It's not always black and white. What about the reliability of the information? Sometimes your professors may put date restrictions on the information you're able to use for your assignments. For example, peer-reviewed articles may need to be published within the past 10 years. But you will also want to pay attention to the language used. Does it sound biased? Does it have a political slant? What about the purpose of the information? Why was it produced? For example, a parenting blog advocating for reduced screen time for children because of perceived negative effects of technology versus a research article reporting the findings of technology exposure in early childhood. Similarly, you will want to determine the accuracy of the information you found. Can you find evidence supporting what you found, or is the information conflicting? This is especially true for information found on the internet. Scholarly sources are the highest quality of information, written by experts for experts. The authors have college or university affiliations, and their work is vetted for accuracy. Trade information is written by industry specialists or practitioners, and they're written for other practitioners. They aren't vetted for accuracy the way scholarly sources are. And what about popular sources or the internet? You can find anything in these. When using information off the open web or out of popular sources, you should consider the authorship, who wrote or produced that information. What about timeliness? When was it published, and has it been kept up to date? What was the purpose? Why was the information written or shared, and is it trustworthy? Similar to authorship, what makes this person or entity producing this information reliable? What are their credentials? Good information can come from just about anywhere. But whether or not that information is good for you and your assignment requires a bit of evaluation. Keep these steps in mind while conducting research for your next assignment. Thanks for watching this quick tutorial on source evaluation. Is this information source any good? Don't forget to check out our next tutorial in this series, source evaluation. Is this information source peer-reviewed, trade, or popular?